And hear this, please hear this. It is pitched as Gideon the Ninth meets the Game of Thrones White Walkers. What? Enemies to lovers, and I'm here for it and eat it up every single time. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my October TBR. So today I want to talk to you about all the books that I'm excited to read in the month of October. Let's get started. So the first book that I'm so excited to read, let me grab it, I have my book stack behind me, is The Ballad of Never After. I want to read this in preparation for the final book, A Curse for True Love. And I cannot wait to read that book. So if you didn't hear about the Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber, first, what are you doing? And second, the first book is about Jax. We got introduced to Jax's character in the Caraval series. I highly recommend that series if you didn't read Once Upon a Broken Heart and you are wondering if you should or should not read Caraval. I highly recommend reading that series before you jump into this one because you get a lot of background about the world and the fates, and you get also Jax's history. And the books are amazing. I love the Caraval series. It's so magical. So Once Upon a Broken Heart is about Jax, and he's a fate. He's the Prince of Hearts. So in Once Upon a Broken Heart, Evangeline is our main character, Evangeline Fox. She believes in true love and happy endings until her true love, the man she loves, will get married. This is in the beginning. It's not a spoiler. To another person. I'm not going to say who. And in order to stop the wedding, she strikes a deal with the Prince of Heart, Jax. And in exchange for him stopping the wedding, he wants her or asks her for 3 kisses that she should give at the time and place of his choosing. So she just will give him 3 kisses and he chooses the person and the time and the place. But then she discovers that she is a part of a bigger scheme, that he has other plans for her and for other things. And then we start discovering that part of the world because it's not in the same part as Caraval. And this series is amazing. It's just simply pure magic. Pure magic. If you love fairy tales with dark twists, this is definitely for you. So the second book is none other than Fourth Wing. I want to reread this so badly, and I definitely going to reread it in October in preparation for Iron Flame. Iron Flame comes out in November 7th, so I just want to reread this. I cannot wait to pick this up again. So if you didn't know what Fourth Wing is about, the same thing as Once Upon a Broken Heart. First, what are you doing? This just took the internet by storm. You should know about this. So this is about Violet Sorrengail. Violet loves reading a lot. She loves reading, especially books about history, and she wanted to become a scribe and join the scribe quadrant. But her mother, who is the commanding general of the Dragon Riders, she will not accept anything less from her children than to become a dragon rider like her. She's very ruthless. She's the commander and she's very known. And also her brother and sister have a very, very good reputation, and she wants the same for Violet, the youngest one. She's 20, by the way. So she was pushed by her mother into this program. It's the War College. It's called Basquiat, where cadets compete to death to become dragon riders. And then, of course, she gets entangled in other stories with all the other competitors that are competing for the same thing because the number of dragons is limited, so they have to compete, and a lot of people die during these trials. Her story becomes entangled with our Xaden, our shadow daddy. So we love him so much. Xaden is the wing leader of the Fourth Wing, hence the name of the book. And the story has a lot more to it than the romanticy side. It has a lot of word building, character growth, political intrigue. We get to see the reason behind this territory having to educate more people into becoming dragon riders, and why they need these dragon riders, and the conflicts with the adjacent territories, and a lot more. This is a bombshell of a book. If you didn't read it, you just need to. It's a must. So I'm going to read Fourth Wing, and I cannot wait to pick Iron Flame once it releases. Okay, the next book that I want to read, I have pre-ordered this book from Waterstones. I have pre-ordered the Waterstones exclusive edition. It's a gorgeous edition, and I believe it's still, until the day of filming this video, it's still on sale on the website. It's not out of stock yet. It has those gorgeous sprayed edges. The edition is just beautiful. The Scarlet Veil, it is from the same author that wrote the Serpent and Dove trilogy, set in the same world as the Serpent and Dove trilogy. It's a YA fantasy, and it's a dark fantasy romance that follows Sally. And Sally, after she joined the ranks of the chasseurs, became the first huntswoman. These chasseurs, they hunt witches, and it's basically gothic castles and murder mystery, and that's all I need to know. And there is a love story. Yeah, that's the whole book, and that's why I'm going to read it. It's gothic, it has vampires, it has romance, it has gothic castles, it has a murder mystery. It is fall. It is fall, and I'm excited to pick up this book. The next book I want to talk about is another YA fantasy. I received this book pretty recently. House of Marion. I found out about this book on Instagram, and I saw the reels that the author published, and I was hooked from the reels, to be honest. So this book is about a 17-year-old Kel, or Quell, I'm not sure about the pronunciation of her name. She always lived on the run with her mother in order to hide her deadly magic. So until one day she gets discovered, and to hide from her assassin, she joins the Order. And the Order is basically a society for magical social elites, and she has to pass their trials to become a member. And there she will get to meet her mentor, who is also an assassin in training. So this book, from the reels, from what I gathered from the reels of the author, this book has dark academia, secret societies, dark magic. Yeah, what could I ask more? It has everything I want. Dark, checks all the cases. I'm excited to read this book. And yeah, the cover, by the way, is very pretty. I love this. And if you get this on the first print run, you get a beautiful hard case printing. So, also, this book was blurbed by some of my favorite authors. You have Ailey Hazelwood, who said, "The forbidden story of my wildest dreams, a delight for romance lovers of all ages." Alex Aister, she wrote The Light Lark, a sweeping fantasy brimming with magic, secrets, and romance. House of Marion gripped me from the first page and never let go. An enchanting, mesmerizing gem of a book you don't want to miss. Saba Tahir, an enthralling world of magic and monsters and mayhem. Carrie Maniscalco from Kingdom of the Wicked and the Jack the Ripper series. Captivating, its dark magic and glittering atmosphere is sure to enchant readers from the start. A lot. Mary Lou, I held my breath from page 1. JL has outdone herself. A lot of Rachel Griffin glitters with magic, deception and betrayal. A lot of authors have blurbed this book, and I cannot wait to read it to see what this is about. So I'm going to pick it up in October. Okay, the next book that I'm definitely going to pick up, it's everywhere on Instagram. It's called A Study in Drowning. By the way, there is an exclusive Waterstones edition of this book if you want to pick it up with the sprayed edges. This is a gothic upper YA fantasy mystery with a rotting haunted mansion with paranormal elements And to top it all off, an enemies to lovers. What more could you ask for? Say no more. Say no more. Definitely go to pick it up, and you should too. So the next one is, let me grab it, none other than Bonesmith. This book, first of all, from the beginning, when I heard about this book, I was so drawn to the main character and the artwork. How gorgeous is this book? So, hear me out. This is the first installment in the House of the Dead series. It's a dark YA fantasy. And hear this, please hear this. It is pitched as Gideon the Ninth meets the Game of Thrones White Walkers. What? Oh my god. If this would not make you pick this up, I don't know what will. I don't know. Gideon the Ninth meets the Game of Thrones White Walkers? I'm sold. It's about a disgraced ghost fighting warrior who must journey into a haunted wasteland to rescue a kidnapped prince. I'm not going to say anything more. Bonesmith, you need this. You need this. The next book is none other than An Enchantment of Ravens. I did not read this book. Don't come for me. I am just being honest. I did not read this book. I read Sorcery of Thorns, but I did not read this one. And as I heard a lot of people talk about this, they say it's pure fall vibes, and I want to read it. I mean, I got these Fairlit editions since the beginning of this year, but I was preserving it. I didn't read it. I wanted really to read it in the fall just to get the full experience. So this is about Isabel. And she's an exceptional painter, and she mainly creates or paints portraits for the fair folk. And the fair folk are basically the fae. Because the fae in this world cannot make things from scratch. So what they do is they trade their enchantments for human-made things. So she gets a request from the Autumn Fae Prince to paint him. When he receives the painting, he notices something in the painting that makes him furious. So he takes her to his kingdom to punish her. You know it. I know it. What's going to happen? Right? Right. Enemies to lovers, and I'm here for it and eat it up every single time. Yes. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, the next book is the cutest, most charming thing ever on earth. Have you ever seen something cuter than this? It is the D Dragon Society. So this is a graphic novel. It's a middle grade, and in my opinion, middle grade is not only for kids, it's also for adults. I enjoy middle grade a lot from time to time, of course, not because I enjoy my fantasy, but from time to time, I love reading middle grade books. It just makes me happy, and it makes me feel so cozy. And this is one of these books. It is the Tea Dragon Society, and this is a graphic novel, but hear me out, it fits all ages. It fits all ages. If you are looking for a cute, cozy moment, this is for you. This story is following Greta, and she's a blacksmith apprentice. And like we follow Greta's story and the people she meets as she becomes entwined in the enchanting world of the Tea Dragon Society. And look at the artwork. Look at this book. How gorgeous. How beautiful. How well made. It's just an experience in itself, you know. Look at how cute. The color scheme, the character art, it really makes me want to read it right now, but I'm going to wait. So yeah, these are all the books that I want to read during the month of October. Let me know what you want to read, Please like the video and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!